Man, I don't know what the hell got into me last episode, but let me tell ya. I feel so stupid that I made those jumps. Just so badly. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Psychonauts. Excuse me, my name is Gorecat13. And last time we left off, we cleared out Waterloo World and gave Fred back his confidence. And we also picked up the straitjacket, the first of 3 items that we require in order to fool Crispin over there. And in this episode, we're heading off to Gloria's Theater, which I have since figured out is the actual name of the bipolar theater level, which honestly is not far off. So, anyway, if you remember her, she will try to chase after you if you try to take her. Yeah, if you try to take her trophy. So, what we need to do is a diss. My god, she's creepy. Out of all the characters, I think she's probably one of the creepiest characters in the entire game. Just good lord, just look at her. She is just... Ugh, she creeps me out. Anyway, now we have probably one of the more unique levels of the game. But anyway, hello. Who the hell are you? Becky. You're Becky Lynch? Well, you ought to be able to handle this whole production because you're the main man, let me tell ya. Oh, dude. What the heck is going on with his head there? Where's his neck? Although, as you will find, people like Jasper are actually pretty common in this world. Also, we now have what appears to be 10 brains. So we can take a bit more punishment than we could before. But our mission so far is to locate the mysterious Benita. But I'm going to hold off on doing that because we have things to do in the overworld. So, anyway, one thing I do like about the first game than the second game is the fact that he doesn't announce the fact that he grabs hold of one of those items. Instead, he just grabs them and walks along. So anyway, we already have things to grab, and let me tell ya. Alrighty, so we're going to swap out for invisibility here. I don't think we need fire anymore, so we're going to turn invisible. We're going to walk on in. Hi there. Oh, dear lord. Hi there.
Sorry, I was looking for Bonita Soleil.
You mean the personal muse of Gloria von Guten, her inner sunshine?
The spirit of her youth, yes.
That's me. What do you want, an autograph? I'm kind of busy.
Once again, an example that women can in fact have low-pitched voices that sound masculine. People who continue to think that females only have high-pitched voices are very, very wrong. Note that she is a symbol of her youth, and yet her voice is low-pitched. I just don't get the stereotype, it's stupid. Anyway. So, we have 3 options here. We could leave her alone, or we can ask what's going on. Let's do this.
Oh, sorry. Hey, can we kill the waterworks for a second? Thanks. It's a recording. It helps me focus.
Okay then. I didn't know that's what was actually going on. I thought that was like her actually crying in her brain. That's kind of weird.
They need you on stage right away for your big number.
Am I not playing this right or something? I'm drowning in a quagmire of self-pity. Why aren't you getting that? Should I be doing more with my hands?
What hands?
So, you're not going out on stage?
Have you seen any of the plays we put on here? Those god-awful slices of Gloria's terrible life? How am I supposed to bring light to those? Listen, the burden of being the only sunshine in this theater is just too much for one beautiful, glowing, inspirational muse to bear, you know?
Huh. You know what? Considering the fact that... You know what? I'm not even gonna... Okay. Something tells me that maybe Gloria... I don't know. She had gender identity issues as a kid. Okay, there we go. I needed to say that. Just from her personal muse here... I mean, her muse is female, but with a lower register, but I don't know. And there I go with, like, my rant or whatever, but I don't know. There's just... I'm having a million and one thoughts right now, but I guess that's just what happens when you have coffee or whatever. Anyway, let's continue the game. I just had to get that thought out.
For the fans?
If you can get me some help out there so I'm not the only light on the set.
I'll turn on a spotlight.
That could work, but you'll need a candle. I think there might be a spare in the storeroom. If you can get a candle into a spotlight and light it, I'll come out and give the show one last try. But I'm not promising anything.
She sounds like me.
I'll leave you alone now. I know you have a lot of crying to do.
Thank you. Now where was I?
I shouldn't be laughing at her pain, but it's just like... Oh my god, I feel her, actually. Like, I feel Bonita's pain here, just... Okay, I don't know about you guys, but one reason for a lot of my depression or whatever is just the fact that I always feel like I have, like, the weight of the world on my shoulders. And one reason for that is because I always feel like I have to be, like, some sort of example or what all. I don't know. Like, I have to be like, oh, I have to pretend to be happy and junk like that. But in the end, it just ends up causing me to fall apart. I don't know. It's a lot to unbag. And I don't know if I explained that correctly, but whatever. Gloria's Cruel Training. There once was a play called Hagatha Home for the Girls. An evil woman dragged what appears to be a cartoon forward. She was forced to perform. She was forced to sing. My R button is going crazy. She was forced to watch ballet. And then she was forced to be the star. And then she was forced to do it again. What a horrible story. You know me, I have... Even in the worst situations, I just... Okay, I guess I can probably explain, like, my situation with that a little bit better. Just, I always feel like I have to put on a mask where I have to pretend like I'm happier than I actually am. I mean, I've gotten better with that over time, obviously, but... I just... There's so much pressure for a lot of us in the LGBT community that we have to fake being happy. Just to show that, hey, you know, we've managed to fight off the oppression, or... I don't know. At least in my end, I always feel like I'm faking being happy. When, in reality, I always just am, like, seconds away from falling apart. And I'm just saying that from my experience. I'm not saying that's the situation for anybody else. I'm just saying that's how I feel about the situation. It's just, like, I feel like I have to fake it. But then again, I'm also in a pretty conservative community, so... I don't know. It's like you have to work double time just to perform your gender or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's ridiculous. And anyone that says that being what I am is extremely easy, it is not. It is honestly one of the toughest things one has to do. And then a lot of people would probably say, like, oh, then why are you doing it? Because if I didn't, then I would be lying to myself. And I'm gonna say this. I am happier now than I've ever been in my life. I'll say that much right now. I am legitimately a lot happier. But I also acknowledge that there were a lot of factors in that. I'm gonna move my microphone. There we go. How did my thing get turned on? I mean, I've had therapy, I have to take medicine every day. Because I'll admit that, like Gloria here, I have emotional regulation issues. And honestly, even those that are not in the LGBT community, it's like, it's not uncommon, at least from what I understand. 1 in 5 American adults have some sort of emotional regulation issue. Whether it be like anxiety issues, depression, bipolar disorder, it's not as uncommon as a lot of people think. And it's one thing that I really like Psychonauts for, that it shows that these people are people. And Raz just sees them as people. I don't know. It's one thing I like about the game. And once again, I am feeling at basic platforming. But honestly, right now, I'm not even that mad about it because I'm trying to explain my situation here. But I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll actually, like, go on and actually talk about it, but it's a very uncomfortable thing for me to talk about, and I figured since we were in a level that talks about bipolar disorder and, you know, performing and all that, I'm not saying my situation is anything like Gloria, but I can relate to how she's feeling, because it feels like you have to perform every single day for people when you just want to be who you are, unapologetically. That's what I'm saying. So anyone that says that people in the LGBT community are not prejudiced against, or hell, even people in the LGBT community are prejudiced against each other, you know? It's harder than it looks. That's what I'm saying. I would say that anyone that says otherwise, they're full of shit. So, anyway. Now let's get back into the topic at hand, now that I'm off my soapbox. We need to light the candle. But how shall we do that? That is the question. Well, this area is actually bigger than it looks. Although, I will commend this area for being small. It makes it that much easier to get around this particular level. Although, I'll admit, this is not my favorite level in Psychonauts, I do commend that it is a very unique level. And I like it. And I love the fact that most of the figments here are just within this one area. It makes things so much easier. And my arm is already falling asleep. What the fuck? I literally have only been recording for like 14 minutes. And my arm is falling asleep. This is crazy. Oh, hello. Oh, what? Another one? Holy crap! So many freaking mental cobwebs in this area, let me tell ya. I forgot just how many were in this level, just in this one area alone. But then again, her whole thing is the fact that she's a performer, so I guess it's not that weird. Also, these are bouncy platforms, so there we go. And we level up! Psi power upgrade earned. Advanced invisibility. Invisibility lasts twice as long. Alright, cool. Could have used that back in the freaking Milkman conspiracy, but whatever. Whatevs, it's no big deal. At least we finally got the upgrade. But that doesn't matter because we need pyrokinesis, so let's climb. I wonder what the next upgrade's gonna be. I'm honestly curious. Alrighty. Time to light it up! Bam! Alrighty, let's do this. And now bullshit. That's quite a name you got there, girly. Man, let me tell ya. Let me tell ya, man. That guy has some weird hands. There she is! Hello!
I've seen some bad plays in my day, but this one's an actual menace. And it's all her fault. It's her bad acting that makes the Phantom strike.
I feel you, girl.
I'm going to file a formal complaint and get this theater shut down.
Man, that guy reminds me of so many fucking people that met IRL. Let me tell ya.
If you want to see a good play, come talk to me. I've got a script here that'll knock 'em dead, I promise.
Why do I not trust you?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Careful! That's the manual mood override. That's how we set the right mood for the play. Mess with that, and we'll have happy plays on sad sets, sad plays on happy sets. Total chaos. Or worse. Improv. So whatever you do...
Hey, improv's awesome. Fuck you.
Override, unless you want to see some strange stuff happen.
I don't know. I kind of do.
It's not telling you the whole story.
Alrighty. So now, we must wander on over here and try to figure out what's going on. Alright, what's going on up here? Hello. Alrighty. Before we talk to her, we do still have to go and grab some stuff, so... Yeah, destroy those things. Alright, we need to go grab our, thingamabob. The, steamer box tag. So that we can get at least the majority of the... We can get the majority of the, emotional baggage out of the way. I don't know why I'm forgetting the names of these things. Alrighty. Time to swing! Swing, bada bada! Alrighty. Gotta admit, this is a pretty unique idea. Using the mood lighting as kind of a representation of bipolar disorder. Because as someone that actually does have a lot of bipolar people in her family, moods actually can switch that fast. I mean, it doesn't always happen, and it's actually a misconception that bipolar disorder works that way. What the hell just happened? But yeah, it really depends on the bipolar disorder. But, the more unstable kind of moods, that's more akin to something like borderline personality disorder, which, to be fair, also is abbreviated to BPD. So, that may be what people are referring to. I actually dated a girl with borderline personality disorder. And honestly, it is a very scary disorder, because what borderline personality disorder is, well, it's hard to explain. You know what? I'm not even going to explain it here because it is very complicated. I would advise researching it yourself, but believe me, those with BPD deserve just as much love as anybody else. It just requires more patience, I guess you should say. But just because it requires more patience doesn't mean that these people don't deserve love too. And honestly, my guess is that Gloria Van Gouten here, she was greatly denied love. And as you saw here, she was practically abused, which unfortunately is not uncommon for those with mental illness. So I guess the moral of the story of this episode, if you take anything away from it, is please be patient with people with mental illness, especially more severe. Because we deserve love too. And treating them as monsters is not going to get anybody anywhere. These are people with actual problems. And that goes with people with drug problems too. They're people that have a problem. And it needs to be treated with respect and dignity. But I'm not even going to get into that. That's a whole other ballpark. And honestly, I didn't even expect to be talking about this episode, but since we're in an episode in a world dedicated to a mental illness, I figured we might as well talk about it, you know? Anyway, let's talk to you. I need to get off my soapbox. Man, I'd never chicken out. I'm freaking Raz. Your eyes are bugging out, woman. Kind of creepy. Oh, that's good to know. But are you ready for bullshit? Because I can tell you that bullshit is what you are going to get. So anyway, talk to her and you will be getting the information that you need. You actually do need to talk to the critic, who is creeping me out at the moment. Hello, sir?
Can you help me get up to the catwalk so I can fight that phantom?
Ah! Can't get there from here. I mean, unless you did that one particular play on that one particular set. Oh, but what have I said?
Man, quit spitting, man. That's nasty. You're nasty.
Forget about it. The theater is doomed.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Hey, why do you have to be so hard on Benita?
I'm trying to save you from that mysterious phantom character. He only
Why do I get a feeling that you're not telling the truth?
If we got
Probably the
rid
devil
of evil
horns.
Miss Sunshine, we'd all be safer now, wouldn't we?
Oh, whatever.
Sure.
Benita's just trying to lighten things up around.
Yeah, you tell that asshole.
I've seen better shines on a shoe.
Heh. Kind of a hint at what would happen in the second game.
As a nightlight.
There is actually a level where you're inside of a shoe. But I'll leave that for when we get to Psychonauts 2.
If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
You better take that lesson to heart, guys.
Though heartfelt, quickly lapsed into simplistic and tedious platitudes. 1.5 stars.
Oh, whatever, bitch.
If you hate the show so much, why don't you just leave?
Oh, I can't stop looking at it. It's like the sight of a horrible car accident.
Sounds like some of the stuff on YouTube.
Can't act, and the paramedics forget their lines.
Alright, later, you old gas bag.
Listen, this play just stinks. Here, try this one instead. This play has some action in it, some zing.
Wow, thanks. Are you actually being nice?
No, I'm just trying to keep myself halfway entertained. Go, give that to
Your mouth became desynced there, my dude.
actors to ruin it.
Alrighty, jump on down. Alright, so I think you guys get kind of the concept of this particular world. You're going to be picking up, I think, 3 plays from the critic up there, and you're going to be giving them to Becky. Then you're going to use the mood lighting in order to change the set. So there you go. After that, you'll have the way up to fight the boss. So anyway, let's do this.
Hey, what's this? A new script?
I got a black eye all of a sudden.
Night of Joy. Weird. It smells like popcorn and it doesn't say which set to play it on. Oh well, we'll just play it on whatever's on stage. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Hey, your name's not Bubsy.
Here, you can be my first AD. Use the megaphone if you want to run the play again. Okay, new script, everybody. Let's practice. And action.
Alrighty, so this part right here is actually pretty annoying if you don't know what you're doing.
That I never knew. He was great in thought and deed. Can't you hear his mighty steed?
Can't you tell that I can't act? Alrighty, so yeah, he just kind of left there for a second. So what you're going to need to do is you actually need to swap out the mood lighting in order to appropriately get things to work. So if my walkthrough here is saying anything, yeah, I'm reading a walkthrough because this part right here is pretty annoying. Alrighty. Looks like we need to enter this area. Bloop. Time to swap the set. If only it were that easy IRL. Alrighty.
Oh, my dear mother. Do you not love my new seaside mansion? Bought with a fraction of the wealth my overnight success has given to me?
Look at that dumbass smile. That is glorious.
We are so lucky to be together again so that I could share it all with you. And also that you are not even jealous of my youth and fame, though my star has risen so much faster and grown so much bigger than that of yours, which has so quickly faded.
Oh my god. That is such a dumbass smile. Alrighty. Do. Let's go ahead and grab some of the figments here. So much to explain, so little time. Try not to accidentally jump into the wormhole there. Because, you know, that wouldn't be a good thing. Boing. Alrighty. What's that up there? I don't know what that is. I legitimately don't know what that is. Also, yes, you actually can fall into that water and the hand of a Quado will show up. For example. Oh, they are 3D. For a second I thought they weren't. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah, that one could use a little work. Mother, tell me true of the dad I never knew. He was great in thought and deed. Wow.
Thank God we can skip dialogue in this game. Daddy, you left! Why? Well, we're actually missing an ingredient here. Which is actually right on over here. There is actually something we are missing. I just said that. And that is actually the appropriate mood. What we're actually supposed to do
You must be in a good mood now.
is flip the script. However, there's a difference here. There's a difference in the bad set here. The difference is now the NPCs are going to start attacking you. So you got to watch out. You do need the second set for this one, so there is a reason why you're doing this. I'm just grabbing figments because I want to know if I'm going to level up and grab a new move. Anyway. Pull out the Mega... That's funny. Time for the Night of Joy.
Yeah, that one could use a little work.
Let's do this. Look at my teeth. They're wonderful.
Great in thought and deed. Can't you hear his mighty steed?
Man, they're almost creepy.
My father has nobly smoten the beast to his own death. He is a hero.
Yeah, we did it.
Hey, for the record, not a bad kisser.
Are they speaking with southern accents? Alrighty. So now that we've gotten the first play taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and flip the script here. And off screen, I'm going to go ahead and grab the second play. But we're going to have to take care of that next time. Sorry I actually was on so much of a soapbox this episode. I honestly didn't mean to do that, but sometimes you just can't help yourself. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode or found it informative, or I don't know. I don't know. See you guys next time. Bye.